Welcome to the Socialette podcast, where we empower you with the marketing know-how you need to create the business of your dreams. I'm your host, Steph Taylor, and I'm a marketing nerd, Shiraz lover, and passport stamp collector. Join me as I dive into all things small business marketing and deliver them to you in bite-sized, fluff-free lessons every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's get learning. Hey, welcome back to the Socialette podcast. This is episode 83, and I'm sorry I was a little bit MIA last week, but I had a few too many things in the air, and I thought, you know what, rather than just adding extra things to my to-do list, I'm just going to take a break off the podcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed the 3 episodes that I reshared. Those were 3 of the top episodes so far, ones that have had the most listens or the most good feedback. This week, I'm going to be introducing a new style of episode. So every Friday, I'm going to be answering a question that a listener has sent in. I put the feelers out on Instagram and I got a couple of questions. So today's question that I'm answering is, how do I organize my social media for my launch? Before we get stuck in, I just want to let you know that I'm running a free mini masterclass walking you through the 5-step content roadmap that I used to grow a 6-figure business in under a year. Together, we'll map out your content marketing and you'll leave knowing exactly which eggs to put into which basket to get the best results. Even if you're too bloody busy to think about writing a blog post or posting to Instagram or whatever. Head to stephtaylor.co/roadmap to register for a time slot that suits you. Spots are limited, so you must register or else you won't get into the webinar room. Okay, so how can you organize your social media for your launch? Firstly, don't try to be on every single platform. If you're trying to post to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, Periscope, Google+, and LinkedIn, you're going to wind up pretty mediocre on each one of those. Instead, invest some time in getting to know your ideal customer or client and find out where they hang out. Like, are they really on Google+? Pick 3 platforms max and focus on these, and don't get distracted by any other shiny squirrels. You can always add more platforms later if you need to and if you have the time to. Once you've picked your platforms, get really clear on your goals. I hate to bring goal setting into this, but we really need to be a bit realistic here. The quick and easy social media wins of a few years ago are no longer. So if your goal is to sell 500 widgets on launch day in 3 weeks' time, and you haven't even started an Instagram account yet, it's highly unlikely that this is going to happen organically. The shortcuts around this are influencer marketing and paid advertising. Influencer marketing allows you to leverage someone else's existing audience, and paid advertising allows you to pay to reach people who you otherwise wouldn't reach organically. If you're on a tighter budget, I don't want you to give up hope completely and just write it off as something you can't afford. You just need to realize that your launch results will take longer if you're doing this organically. And that's totally fine, just as long as you're okay with it taking longer. Then think about how you're going to launch. Ideally, you want to launch with a bang, or at least with a champagne cork popping sound. Think about what you can do that will draw attention to your launch. Maybe you'll give away a big prize pack, or maybe you'll run a big influencer campaign so that people are seeing your product everywhere. Maybe you'll throw a big old launch party and make everything super share worthy and pretty. You want to start building an email list before you launch as well. Give people a reason to sign up. Maybe they have to give you their email address to enter your giveaway, or maybe they'll get a lifetime VIP discount by pre-registering. Then promote this on social media in the lead up. So every post, just give them the call to action. Because you haven't launched yet, it's not like you can give people the call to action to shop now. So instead of this, at the end of each post, just tell them to register. The big goal of the pre-launch phase is to build anticipation. You know, when you see an amazing pair of shoes online and then you find out that they're sold out in your size and you only want them more? When we want something and we can't have it, we tend to only want it more. So be prepared to showcase your product in the best light possible. So your best product images in the lead up to your launch. Now would be a really good time to invest in professional product photos, or if you're a service-based business, do a branding shoot. Also, a lot of people are scared to do influencer marketing before they launch, but it actually makes a lot of sense to do so. It might not lead to direct sales straight away, but at least it'll start building some buzz and some anticipation for when you do launch. I hope this answers your question and has you feeling super inspired for your launch. In my free live training, I'm going to be diving a little bit more into mapping out your content and how you can use your content marketing to hit your goals quicker. So make sure you head to stephtaylor.co/roadmap to register. That's it for this episode. Thanks so much for listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes released every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'd love it if you could please leave a rating or a review in iTunes or Apple Podcast. It means a lot to me when you do. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Catch you next time.